I just built this bunker, and these two people who have never met each other are going to attempt to live down here for the next 100 days.
Here we have the #1 YouTuber in the world who is beloved by millions of people. But in the last few months, rumors have been popping up that reveal that perhaps Mr. Beast isn't who he's been telling us he is. Rise up, GG Nation, because it's time for Guidance Guide Friday, your weekly guidance lesson from your internet school counselor. And today we're diving in to figure out whether or not Mr. Beast is truly who you think he is. Let's go! It's guidance time!
I opened up the world's first free restaurant. And if that wasn't enough, I also paid people to eat at my restaurant.
Beast has built his name as a YouTube legend with insane challenges and S-tier charity. With over 100 million subscribers, he's not just built a name for himself, but a brand. From burgers to chocolate to toys, one might say that he's grown beyond the YouTube bubble that he's most known for. But despite his massive online presence, does anyone outside his inner circle really know this man? Because you can't deny that Mr. Beast's philanthropic efforts are impactful. He's gone from internet goofball to borderline superhero, doing everything from cleaning up the ocean to helping others see again. But what goes on after the upload? Who is Jimmy Donaldson when the cameras aren't rolling?
New bars come in 7 flavors, milk chocolate.
Thank you.
A milk crunch. Yes, please.
Let's start with something that we actually touched on the last GGF. The possibility that Mr. Beast's Hershey's knockoffs are made with child and slave labor. A lot of your favorite chocolate companies are on the record that they either criminally underpay their workers in Africa to gather the cocoa beans that produce chocolate, or they just don't pay them at all. And some of those employees are children. And there's a good chance that Feastables are right up there on that list. But that's not the only problematic issue that Jimbo has with the people of Africa. When he was just starting out on YouTube, Beast was caught in 4K saying this about African slaves.
Selling N-word for $400 money? The most I would pay is like $300. Sorry, $400 is just out of my price range.
This isn't fake, GG Nation. This is facts. The #1 YouTuber might be using slave labor to build his candy empire, but as it turns out, he just might be okay with that. But we're just getting started here. You've heard of the show Squid Game from a few years back, right? The series that changed the way we play red light, green light for about a year or so. Apparently, our boy Beastie loved that show so much that he's making his own version of it, Beast Games. A game show where a bunch of people play for a $5 million prize while competing in the most insane situations. Sounds like a viral idea, doesn't it? And it is, as the video is the most watched video on his channel. But since that video was published, contestants on the show have been rising up to discuss the insane conditions they had to endure while being under the eye of the Beast Man. Conditions like only being fed twice a day, not being allowed to take their meds when they need to, and being so exhausted that contestants pass out. Now that sounds odd, doesn't it? The guy who's helping people down in their luck with buckets of money on one video is treating people like animals in another? Is this the same guy? Apparently, it's the same guy with that same unsettling smile. So let's do a quick recap. We have before us a YouTuber who's made his name off of big stunts and big charity, but he's also connected to very bigoted views about black people, allegedly using child labor to build his brand and running people into the ground for the sake of a TV show. This doesn't really match up with the image that we've all been given of this guy, but what if I told you that it gets worse?
Telling their stories of fake videos or unsafe practices, toxic workplace, stuff like that.
Maybe you've heard of this guy, Dogpack404, a former employee of Mr. Beast's company who released 2 bombshell videos exposing the dark side of Beastie Boy's operation. Some of the allegations are small stuff, like faking parts of videos to make it more dramatic, but between 2 videos and over 2 hours of content, Dogpack dropped a bomb that shook the YouTube world. The allegation that Mr. Beast was aware of PDF files on his team. And for those who don't know what I just said, I'm gonna put it this way. When I say PDF file, I'm talking about stranger danger. I'm talking about adults that want to do really bad things to kids. Get what I'm saying now? Now you can't go around and throwing accusations like that without receipts. And let me tell you, Dogpack had receipts, conversations, screenshots. He had enough evidence to say what he said with his whole chest. And it's only gotten crazier from there. Even in the last couple weeks, a whole group chat involving Mr. Beast where creepy and inappropriate pics and images were shared were exposed. And remember, MB is trying to market himself like some new age Willy Wonka, selling literal toys and candy to kids while giving to charity to look like a good guy. But would a good guy allow PDF files on his payroll? Would a good guy hang around someone who makes jokes about hurting kids? Not in my book. At this point, you might be asking yourself, why? Why would Beast allow this? Why would he do all this? And as crazy as it all sounds, it boils down to one word: obsession.
It's nice having you around too, because it's like a buddy to work hard with, so I don't feel so alone late at night.
What do Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, and Bill Gates have in common? I mean, other than having more money than some hold-behind countries. They've all said that part of their success is an obsession with winning and success. And good old Jimmy can be added to this list. Beast has said in interviews that when he first started out on YouTube, that he would watch YouTube for days in order to understand what made a video go viral. He did that because he wanted to be the absolute best at YouTube. And though you can look at the success he's gained and say, well, it clearly worked, so what's the problem? Well, in some ways, nothing. Our society is fixated on fast results and instant W's, but Beastie shows us that in order to get what you want, you need to grind for it and be willing to grind for a long time. That by itself is good, actually. The problem comes when that desire for success becomes your entire life. You start to sacrifice time with your family and loved ones, sacrificing your health and sleep, and as we've seen with MB, even sacrificing the well-being of others. And that's the danger of obsession. It's a monster that always wants more and demands things that you need to keep yourself healthy in body and mind. And even though Beast has made his goal of being the best on this platform, it's still not enough for him. He keeps trying for more and more, while possibly destroying people's lives in the process. Co-workers, guests on his show, and people who live a whole continent away. If your success is coming at the cost of other people, then you're doing success wrong. So what should we do instead?
As now people are pretty much trying to out Mr. Beast as a deceitful fraud.
What we've seen with Mr. Beast is what can happen when obsession controls you. It gives you an uncontrollable thirst for more success, more money, no matter what the cost. And that's not good for you, your mentals, or the people around you. But even though obsession is not it, success is still something to work toward. So instead of becoming obsessed, be focused. Know what you want and work to figure out how you're going to get there. Ask for help and allow others to help you. Know that you won't get everything you want on the first or second go, but learn from every experience and get better. But most importantly, treat yourself and those around you right. Don't destroy your mind or body for your goals, because what's the point of getting everything you want if you can never enjoy it? And make people better through what you do. Don't tear them down, don't look down on them, or put them in danger because you're looking to get yours. Mr. Beast's team has gone out of their way to hide their controversies from their audience by either ignoring the smoke or deleting comments in their videos that are trying to bring attention to the truth. But when you're on your grind and you do it the right way, you'll have no need to look over your back when you finally win. Now it's your turn. Is there anyone else that you can think of who took their desire to win too far? Let's see it in the comments. And people, we're knocking on that door to 1,000 subs, so be sure to subscribe so we can bust down that door together. And if you want to learn more about something that can mess you up, click here to see if the Joker was right when he said that one day could drive you insane. See you there. Guidance Guy out.